Hello once again, Star Wars and Unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. As you can see, I have a Five Below bag because I was in there for other items and a few Star Wars items came up. Now, over the past few episodes, I've been enjoying the outside weather where we live. It has been very comfortable, not too hot, very enjoyable. However, I was getting ready to set up and all of a sudden I heard that whirring sound that I've been told is the sound of cicadas. So not wishing to have any cicadas make cameo appearances on my channel, I have decided to resort to running this channel, this episode inside. So thank you for your understanding. Okay, so I went back to Five Below and I've been making periodic trips because I did an episode a few weeks ago about the Five Below selling essentially licensed knockoffs or licensed bootlegs, really just inexpensively made Star Wars Black Series sized figures. So I went back today, again looking for something else, and I just happened to walk through the little toy aisle they have, and I came up with a bunch here. We have Finn, okay, from The Force Awakens. Again, these are all $5 items. We have just a good old-fashioned Han Solo from A New Hope with the vest. Right there, okay. We got Kanan Jarrus from the Star Wars Rebels. And Jedi Luke Skywalker from The Return of the Jedi. So pretty cool. So unlike the last ones, which I think I kept them in the box, these I'm taking out fully. I'm not going to bother with keeping these boxes, so I'm going to just kind of let them. After opening up the last few, I was able to kind of determine what I can do, what's easy to do and what's not easy to do. So as I've said in the previous thing, these are similar. I thought originally that they were really the same molds, just maybe a cheaper plastic, but I now believe that these are, in fact, different molds altogether, or at least have been seriously, changed. Okay, so this is Luke Skywalker. Now he's got a hilt. Looks like the hilt is permanently attached to his hand. I'm trying to get there it is, okay. So here we go, you have 1, 2, you know what, I'm gonna just put my light on here because it's just a little dark. It's a little bit better. Okay, you've got 1, 2, head turns, legs do not move at all. So basically 4 points of articulation, okay? So pretty cool. I have to look and see. I don't believe, you know what I'll do? If I have this, what I'll do is I'll run down, and if I have these in Black Series form, I will do a side, I'll do a side photo here. If you don't see one, it means I don't have it, or I don't have one. I'd rather have one that's out of the box so you can kind of see how they look. But, not a bad image of Luke, okay? I know that there is a new Luke Skywalker figure, part of that Endor Heroes of the Rebellion. I don't know if you can fully, he comes in his Endor fatigues. I don't know if you can actually take them apart and just have, I would imagine that if you take all that off, that he would essentially look like this. I know he might have his tunic on. So, but it's nice nonetheless. It's kind of cool to have I think of these more like statues, I do find it interesting that the legs do not move at all. So, it does pass the sand test, so that's good. Let's tuck them back here. All right, let's move on to Rebels. All right. Seems like the same kind of setup here. He's got the saber that is attached to his, his legs don't move. His saber is attached, the hilt is attached to his hand. He comes with 2 weapons. He comes with his saber. Let's see if I can get this in. Ooh, I don't know. Oh, no, okay, it was just paint. Okay, hang on a second. I think that worked, yes. And looks like his weapon kind of appears to be, ironically, this weapon looks kind of like a Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker gun, which I find interesting. I'm gonna make sure I didn't miss one in there. Oh, I did not. He only came with the saber. So I don't know if this isn't film accurate, but it does fit in his hand, which is good. So does he pass the stand test? Yes, he does. But again, more statue than figure. He's got his 4 points, I think. Head spins, arm, and spinning torso. Okay. In some ways, I like that he stands. Of course, you know, obviously, if there's a vehicle, there's nothing he can do. He would just stand there. So, but again, you know, this is Hasbro's way of making cheaper, you know, easy to produce figures. Looking for a year. If this is, I mean, obviously, most of the figures seem to come out, you know, on a Star Wars packaging, except for the Finn, which I'm holding right now. Can't see if there's a year. I'm looking, and I do not see at first glance. I do not see a year. Oh, yep, 2015. Oh, so this has been a little while. Okay, so we're talking 6 years. Well, then I am definitely late to the party. So, but maybe a lot of people, you know, I've only found out about these more recently. I wonder if perhaps some people just kind of thought that these were just Black Series figures packaged differently, and you have to open them up and see for real to see. I know I have a Kanan Jarrus figure, so I'll put a comparison on that one here. Here we have Finn. Now, Finn to me looks a lot like the Finn from the Black Series. It looks like a seriously similar figure. Come on, Finn. What are you doing? What are you doing, Finn? Come on. He does hold his gun. His gun does not come off. And again, he is legless, or I should say bend legless Finn. Okay, now he's an upper torso spin. Oh, no. No, he doesn't. It's just that the bottom part of his jacket is kind of a soft, semi-soft good. So that's what that is. Okay, cool. And again, he's holding the gun. Woo! Here we go. Hooray! Woo! Does he pass the stand test? He's a little forward leaning. And I can't bend him back that much, but I did bend him a little bit. So, okay. So he passes the stand test. He's just a little bulkier. His jacket, you know, looks like Luke and Kanan seemed more kind of smooth. Get a little bit more in there. But Finn just seems a little bulkier. And again, the face sculpts aren't bad. I mean, of course they're not the human-like kind of, you know, photorealistic, but all right, come on, dude. I'm gonna probably have to have him like hang next to Kanan there. And then lastly, so it's nice. We have one sequel, one animated, and 2 original trilogies. I had a comment on one of my episodes lastly. They couldn't believe that I had a friend of mine on the episode, and we were both. I guess we must have been. It's been a while since that episode aired, but we must have been talking about how we enjoyed the sequel trilogy. And it was, I can't believe you enjoyed the sequel trilogy. I'm like, you know, guys, you know, before we go on, let me just say. The thing you got to be aware of, okay? Bring back, whoa, dominoes. The thing you got to be aware of, guys, is that, you know, Star Wars is going to outlive all of us, all right? Star Wars is here, whether this is your favorite character, or this is your favorite character, or anybody else in between. I don't know why it's so hard for people to understand that if you're really going to, if you're going to sit there and you're going to tear apart story, and you're going to tear apart story elements and plot holes and everything for this film or the films that this guy was in, I'm sorry, but there are probably just as many that this guy were in with the, you know, plot holes that this guy was in. Okay, I mean, like, for heaven's sake, Rogue One is essentially fixing a plot hole that lasted for 40 years. Okay, about the whole like a farm boy can just take out a gigantic Death Star with a you know, with one missile. Okay, or one proton torpedo. So my point is, and I'm not complaining about it, guys. You don't hear me complain too much about it. What I'm saying is that if you like it, great. If you don't like it, great. It's okay. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. my opinion is that there's very little that has the Star Wars name on it that I haven't found some enjoyment of. Okay, so from this guy to this guy. So there it is. That's just my thought. It's my channel. I can say what I want. If you disagree, feel free to leave a comment. I respect it. You can tell me why you don't like it. You can tell me why you don't like any of them, but you can also tell me why you love them. Okay, and I get that. All right, and I'm with you. So let's finish up here. Let's see if I can keep Finn standing. All right, and then we got Han Solo. Now I will say I'm partial to the original trilogy because it was the trilogy that I saw as a child, and it was the trilogy as a collector that I'm most fond of because of all the years of collecting. And yeah, kids, before videos and Disney Plus existed and moviesanywhere.com, where you could have all your movies in one place that you want to watch instantly on your phone, let alone setting them up on a TV or going to a movie theater. For us, all we had were the figures, and the story of Star Wars long playing record album. Okay, until a few years later when video cassettes became a thing. So here's Han Solo. Pretty good likeness. It's kind of reminiscent to me of the big-headed Han Solo original vintage figure. Interesting pattern in the pants. Nice. Very, very cool. Again, waist, head, arm, gun is permanently attached. It's interesting how Kanan's gun came separate, but everybody else's, and even Kanan's lightsaber, were all permanently affixed. So very interesting. All right, but does he pass the stand test? Yes, he does, and so does Finn. I have a fan running above this, so it's possible that we're going to see a little bit of wobbling there, but very, very cool. So now with the three, I think we have Kylo Ren, we have Rey, and we have young Han from Solo: A Star Wars Story. So awesome, fantastic, loving that they're doing this. Nice to have a little inexpensive toy. Perhaps I will put these all together and on display in some fashion, okay? I don't think I'm going to keep them with the Black Series. I do want to keep them separately because they're really not Black Series. They're essentially licensed knockoffs. That's basically what they are, but that's kind of cool in its own right. So that'll do it for this week's this episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, may the Force and the toys, whether they be original trilogy, sequel trilogy, or animated, or anything else, be with you.